I bet his face is turning red in heaven right now. Speaking about Adam, I spoke to Dan and Lola, and I was surprised to hear that he had such a sensitive side. He cared deeply about his family and about his friends, and he often got physically upset when one of them would get sick or hurt. Maybe this sensitive side came from playing with Lisa and her Cabbage Patch dolls. I know in high school that Adam was a football player, he was a car enthusiast, a fisherman, fished right here, deer hunter, and boater. I'm sure some of these fine young men that I'm going to call up are going to talk to you about some of his hobbies and some of the times they spent with him. So, could I have the three fellas, Matt, Chris, and Brandon, up?
Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Culver. I had the absolute pleasure of some of the most intense years of my life. They were. My wife laughs at how many times we tell the same stories, but they were absolutely amazing. So I went to the University of Wisconsin Stout. And I lived with Brandon and Adam and Aaron Hines. We don't know him as Aaron Hines from Cheeks. And Jessica Koyman, as well as Luke Peterson. And we lived together in a house for 2 years. And it was fabulous. It was intense. It was fun. We would actually stay in the house for weeks and not leave. We would play board games together. We did drink a little. But it was like our own private oasis. It was absolutely amazing. And this week has been super intense and awful, but the bright side of it is I've heard some amazing stories of Adam that I've never heard before. The purity in which he loved his family and all of us as friends is absolute. The example that Brandon talks to a lot is when they first met each other. Within 3 weeks, it was just before spring break, right? Within 3 weeks, and Brandon didn't have a place to go for spring break. He wanted to stay on campus, and you can't stay in the dorms. So Adam offered up his house, gave Brandon the key, and let him stay there for the entire week, after knowing him for only 3 weeks. It's just a small nugget of how open he was and unselfish he really was. He was amazing. He was absolutely amazing. And he will live on in our memories and our stories forever. He's incredible.
So I had the pleasure of meeting Adam Haster through two friends. I'm not sure if they're here today, but one being Nicole Lifto. I moved her in to the dorms. She lived on the same floor as Tessa Huber, and a couple weeks later, please come up to our friend Adam's house and have a good time. That was the first time I met him, and from that day forward, we've been friends. I guess in my eyes, it kind of bonded into more or less a brothership. He's like a brother to me. So, we just chatted last weekend just about the hunting cabin, about the land. He was getting the fireworks station or the stands up and running. so that we could stay on the land. So he's all excited about that. Hey, Bees, what's your shoulder width? And I'm like, he's like 21 inches maybe? I don't know, I guess I'll figure it out. You know, they wanted to make the bunks just enough so that you could sleep on them. So we're gonna make a lot of windows in this thing, so just in case something comes walking by, we can shoot it while we're inside. I'm like, that's gonna be pretty loud, Adam. My wife, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, she just tells a quick story of the first day that I actually, they didn't get introduced, but he saw her. So, you know, I'm in college. I'm like, hey, why don't you come to Eau Claire? I was working at Menards, and so was she. Why don't you come to Menards and just kind of check her out, I guess, you know, see if you approve. So he comes in, and here we are. We're from my wife's standpoint, she sees us walk by in front. She was a head cashier. There's Adam. And then we turn around and walk right back up. So then she comes up to me later on afterwards, and she's like, "So, does he approve?" What are you talking about? What do you think? I saw you guys. That was her story. She wanted just to kind of share real quick. And, but on a serious note, this past year, in February, my dad died, and on the same exact day, my son, well, he just had a heart condition, so I found out that my son has a heart condition and my dad died on the same day. Every day after that, he would call or text 2-3 times a day. I actually got to the point where I had to tell him, you gotta calm down. I'm like, I'm okay, dude, you know? But I'll miss him forever. Thanks for being my friend.
I had to let them guys get off the dock. I don't think it hold all of us. I had to write stuff down because I've been thinking all week about stuff to say, and there's just too many stories to sort through them all, so I had to write it down. I got a bunch of chicken scribble here, but I'll try to get through it. This morning I talked with our good friend Mike Janish. He called me from London, and he wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you were in his prayers and thoughts, and that he wishes he was with us here today. So, for you, those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris Wanmacher, a childhood friend of Adam's. When I first met Adam as a young child, I knew we were going to be good friends, because what little kid doesn't want a buddy whose family owns an ice cream shop? Although Adam went to Sunnyside and I went to Hillcrest Elementary School, we always had ways to spend a lot of time together. We had Frank Brown baseball, Denny Dodge baseball in the summers, Saturday basketball, CCD classes, summer school, hanging out at the old Friesen community pool, and the ultimate summer event, the Pierce County Fair. And as we got a little older, around 5th and 6th grade, is when we got real close with Adam. He would come to town and join our biker gang. We would bike all over the place. We would bike to the baseball fields at Summit, the basketball hoops at St. Francis, to the baseball card shop in East End, from one end of town to another. And once or twice a year, we would pack a lunch and pack a backpack, and we would bike down to the Rod and Gun just to go trout fishing. We were never idle. Once we got into junior high, two things became really important to Adam: football and girls. Adam played a lot of sports, but football was his passion. He wanted to be the greatest defensive player to ever play in Ellsworth. At the start of our freshman football year, a movie came out called The Program. This movie was about a college football program and all the things that happened on and off the field about it. But it was rated R, so me and Adam couldn't get into it. But one day Lola took us to the theater, bought us tickets, got us in the theater, and then left us there and came back when the movie was done. When we came out of this movie, we were all pumped up about football. So pumped up that we had my mom shave the words monster and killer into the side of our heads for that intimidation factor on the football field. And in this movie, there was some iconic lines that me and Adam would always repeat to the opposing football players to intimidate them. I'd repeat them, but the movie was rated R. There was a scene in this movie where, for a thrill, these college football players would go and lie down on the center line of a busy highway and have speeding vehicles pass by inches from them. I know, dumb idea, right? That's probably why the scene was deleted from the movie not long after it was released. But me and Adam saw it. So one night, while hanging out at Murphy's basement, like we usually were doing, Adam decided we needed a thrill. So we all got up, went outside, and laid on the center stripe of busy Beulah Street in Ellsworth. It took about 5 minutes before a car actually came by, and they just drove by real slow. The next car came by and stopped, and the man rolled down his window and said, "What are you dumbasses doing? You'll get hit." So we got up and held our heads low and went back to playing Sega in the basement. Although our football careers never went pro, it was times we'll never forget. Like Adam's commitment to football, he always had time for the ladies. Those who knew him best can think of many stories of Adam and his relationships. We don't need to go into details about all of them, but the point I'm trying to get at is, as we look back on Adam's life, he loved to love. He loved his friends, his family. In one of the last conversations that I had with Adam, he talked about how good he was feeling, how he was getting back on track, how he was hoping to get a career going again, and how someday he hoped to settle down, find the right lady and settle down. So to all you single ladies up there, look out. Some of my greatest memories of Adam are from the time we lived together in Menominee, in that little upstairs apartment. Just me and Adam, and that lizard, Wilma, and the goldfish, and the frog that lived in the goldfish tank. Then Aaron Hines moved in, and then we got another fish tank with some more lizards. And then for a brief time, some pet rats. And then my favorite pet, Shelby, the little yellow lab puppy that Adam loved so dear. Those were great times. I could stand up here for hours telling stories from those times. The pranks we would pull, like flushing the toilet when someone's in the shower, eating someone else's food out of the refrigerator. All great memories I have of Adam. As I sat down to write this speech and my memories of Adam, I didn't really know where to start and where to end. I just have so many memories of Adam. Today we gather as a celebration of Adam's life. It's a beautiful day. We are fortunate to have the Nelsons invite us to this beautiful property where we would come with Adam before any of this was here, and it was all cornfield, and we'd spend time with our friends. Adam was a great friend. As little kids, he always wanted to be a little bit more of an adult. And as an adult, he always wanted to be a little bit more of a kid. He's always had to go that little extra mile when he had an idea or goal to make it his own. When we'd go to the Mall of America to get some new clothes, he wouldn't buy a shirt, he'd have to buy the best shirt. When he throws a party, he'd have to have the best food, the best decor, and the best people invited. And that's what we have here today. The best celebration of Adam's life. We'll have the best food. People have worked hard to make this amazing place even better with the best decor and flowers. And we are all surrounded by the best friends a person could ask for. This is just the way Adam would want it, a celebration of his life. Adam was one of my best friends. I loved him, and I'm gonna miss him.
Thank you, fellows. I know it's very hard to get up in front of a group. It's one of the hardest things that you can do, but you all did an excellent job. And I want to tell you, one of you guys may have a career with being a writer for SNL. Thank you.